National Bank. A bank is a very sensitive institution. Furthermore, a bank belonging to the government.
Thank you, Chairman and honorable members. Let me just make a point on how this happened. In early 2018, around March, the university staff welfare account signatory, one Caroline, reported to the bank that her signature was forged. So in the process of investigating that complaint, the bank noted that checks that were due for Moi University Nairobi campus account were banked into Moi University Nairobi welfare account.
How?
Through a counter check deposit.
Is that possible? That a check written Moi University can be banked to Moi University welfare Nairobi campus? Is that
Chair, just allow me to take it again slowly. The Moi University Nairobi campus account was the account due to receive the checks. Moi University.
But they banked into the welfare.
They banked it into account by the name Moi University Nairobi campus welfare account. So there's a word welfare before the last.
Now, MD.
Yes, Chair.
You know, we don't want you to give a long narration. We just knock off bit by bit. Why would you allow your officers, not once, not twice, not thrice? A bank should have a system, okay, of regulating itself against such, that a check belonging to Nairobi, Moi University Nairobi campus is banked into the welfare, and you don't detect that. That's dangerous even to your customers. How?
Chair, that is an irregularity, and if we proceed with the conversation, we'll come to the point on the actions the bank took.
It gets scary that I'm a customer of National Bank of Kenya. My name is Wanami Wamboka. But my check, I've written a check is supposed to come to my account, but then it goes to the account of Kirima. What are you speaking to your customers? Are they safe? Is their money safe? Before you get to disciplining these people, doesn't it scare you? That checks in a different name or bank in a different name continuously, not once, not twice.
Chair, may I respond?
Yes.
As it is respond,
yes,
we have been known in the as we respond, Chairman, as through you, Chairman, as it responds, since we have been on dealing with banks for quite a long period, even before the changes which took place as it is now. I was saying that the saving clerk at the bank can receive a check with a different name, and even if one name resembles the name of the account, there are additional names in that check. Maybe the account as only as it is now. In my name, you can see it. Moses Krema Nguchine. And then it is written Moses Krema Nguchine Tanui, Zambia. And the bank continues to receive the same.
Through the chair, allow me to make a clarification. All these checks were written pay Moi University. The intention of the writers of these checks subsequently after investigation, they were supposed to go to Moi University Nairobi campus account. None of these checks had a third name. They were all written Moi University. The accountant at Moi University did choose to bank these checks at Moi University Nairobi campus welfare account. So it's not that these checks had those full names, Chair.
Let me ask you. You know, you're not answering our concerns. Eh? You have a check written Moi University. Of course, you are supposed to bank it in Moi University account. Unless it is written welfare. You know, if Moi University check is banked in welfare account, then that's the fraud we're talking about. Yes.
Because even now I run my farm. I have a farm called Many and Claim Advocates. If I have another account, which means Many and Claim Housing Project account, are you saying the checks which comes in the name of Many and Claim Advocates should be going to that one of housing account, something like that?
Through the chair, no. I already mentioned that is an irregularity for a check to be banked into an account that has got differing names.
Now, another point of concern, I'm looking at your checks. The account is called Moi University Nairobi campus, right?
Yes, Chair.
Why would you receive checks written Moi University?
Chair, those are the gaps in terms of the receiving person in terms when the payments are being made. These checks were banked by an accountant.
Managing Director, by the way, this session is live.
Thank you, Chair.
You are speaking to your customers.
Thank you, Chair, for letting me know.
You are speaking to your customers in the entire country. Are you telling these customers that tomorrow someone will come to the bank with a check and bank in a different name, and because that is supposed to be an employee error, it is okay?
Chair, that is not okay. I mentioned at the start is an irregularity.
How long did it take you to notice this irregularity other than the auditor's query which came up? Were you aware of the same, or it just it happened that you came to know about it when the auditor's query came in? And when you came to know about it, how did you address it before the university intervened, possibly to tell you that there are some irregularities and someone has been stopped or someone has been suspended or something like that?
Yeah, even leave alone the name of the account. The accounting number is supposed to be different. Leave alone the number. Leave alone the name of the account.
MD, you are not making sense. A bank is a sensitive institution. Very sensitive. And a bank survives on credibility. Okay? What the member is saying, different names have different bank accounts, account numbers, right? It just does not make sense. Yes, Honorable Maurice.
Thank you, Chair. Head of Finance, Moi University. Were you there when all this was happening? Had you joined the institution?
Yes, I was there, but in another capacity.
Who was there? Who was the person managing the accounts? Who was in the office that time? Where is he? What?
What?
So he moved the trouble to the other side. Now, back to the...
No, Honorable Member, this is critical. Give us the details of that officer.
It's called who you said take the mic?
Mr. George Aduda.
Aduda.
So, clerk, get the details. Yeah, we would like to follow up on that.
My second one, CEO, I didn't get your name properly.
Through the chair, my name is George Odhiambo,
Uh-huh.
Managing Director, National Bank of Kenya.
Okay. What is the difference between welfare and tuition?
I'm not a linguist, but I would say welfare relates to a group of people with common interests who've come together for a particular purpose and have objectives set to achieve. Tuition would be a charge levied on services related to education.
Now, in your bank, I'll give you an example from the CDF perspective. When a check is given to a student to Moi University, there is a covering letter. It can be several students, it can be one, with the ID number and the account number to be deposited in. And we expect that once the university or the TVET or the institution received it, they make a receipt and bring it back. Now, in your institution, when you've been receiving checks from clients, like let's say Moi University, did you have a covering letter telling you that these checks should be deposited in this particular account? And of course, in any bank process, you also need some time, even if there's no letter, there is a bank account written on the back. Has that been, is that the case, or yours is a very unique bank?
Through the chair, these checks do not come with a schedule to the bank. What they come with is a check with account number on the back of the check written by the person banking the check. So that account number is on the back of the check. The account of the welfare and the tuition account have different account numbers.
Were you in the institution when this was happening?
I was not in National Bank of Kenya, but I was in KCB Group, because National Bank of Kenya became part of KCB Group in 2019. This time, National Bank had not become part of KCB Group.
Now, if we say that it takes two to tango, someone within your organization and at Moi University colluded to try and do what they did, will we be misleading? Or according to you, because you know this has been an issue, what is your conclusion? Do you think it was an inside game?
Before we reach into the conclusion, there's one thing we want to address here. That it was not just an employee. For you to do such a fraud in the bank, it is a syndicate. You need several people, including the bank manager. Because I believe at the end of the day, you do bank reconciliation. Yeah, if at the end of the day, a bank manager, maybe every day evening or the next day morning, you must, as an accounting officer, you must know how your officers must know how the accounts are performing, right? Yeah, because they receive huge amounts of money every other day. Yeah, so it is.
To add on that, how would you take, when I ask you those questions intentionally between welfare and tuition, how do you take a check that is meant for a public institution and you just put it from tuition account, it's put in the welfare? So that officer or the officers who were there that time, are they still there or they've gone?
Chair, just to cycle back, the branch manager may not necessarily know what check was banked. Checks are banked and they are batched and they are taken to clearing house, which are away from that branch. Just to come to the honorable member's question, putting a check name on the institution's payee into a welfare account is irregular. And I'd say that was a lapse, and the bank has procedures on accepting checks into accounts that involve verification of the account name, the payee name, the amount, signature, and other details. So that lapse is treated through procedures, through the training and disciplinary processes where lapses do occur.
How do you retrain a fraudster? An MD. And when I go to the bank to bank a check, this check is put in at a thing that reads it electronically. Is it true?
Yes, there's an electronic reader for checks.
Yes. So what is that supposed to help?
It's supposed to verify that the check paper is genuine check, is not a counterfeit.
Okay, how do you retrain a fraudster?
We do not.
I hope that didn't come from you.
Chair, these checks were not banked through an individual, a single person. Majority of them, granted, were banked in one branch. two tellers handled them, but a number of them were also banked in several other places. So when
Banking
you're training,
and withdrawing. They were withdrawing this money.
these checks were
And
banked.
that is why the bank took in liability. And you see our issue with the university, once the bank admits liability, you don't end it there. There is restitution.
Chair, let me put it this way. Allow me to change gears a bit. Professor Kosgei, on a monthly basis, a banking institution receives what we call bank reconciliations, or even daily or weekly or something. How comes it took you this long to detect this misnomer? How comes? Because there is those feedback and CEO that you normally do, right? You run reports to your major clients like Moi University. And if you are running those reports, how comes, Professor, on your side, you are not able to find out there's this money that is going on the welfare account and it's supposed to be school fee? You should have been able to capture it.
In fact, you should have a relationship manager.
Chair.
Yes, Honorable Kirima.
Chair, mine is just to ask the bank manager, the professor.
No, he's the MD.
The MD.
Bank manager is a very small person in the bank.
The MD.
This is the overall man in National Bank of Kenya.
Sorry for deposited and what transpired. I have not heard you telling us that somebody has been charged in a criminal court, in a court of law, because of perpetuating fraud. Either whereby one has been charged, sentenced, and surcharged for the fraudulent action which was perpetuated. Especially if it comes to your cracks, the ones who used to receive these checks, because you see, when it comes to receiving a check, there must be a crack who received, stamped, and issued a receipt of the same. Because that's a procedure to show that you have banked. All those, as we are talking, is that we are hearing that somebody has been transferred to another institution to continue perpetuating the same fraud. That's a university, on the part of the university. What about your side? Maybe the university, as it is.
Through the chair,
Before you answer, as through the university, on the part of the university, when you see the VC just suspend somebody who has spoiled public money, banking, and then they are only later withdrawing through another door, and you hear that somebody has just been suspended, it means connivance. Parties have been conniving, and they must be so much knowledgeable about it. That's why they thought that the only solution is to transfer and not to punish or to charge. So how can you address us on that one, FD?
through the chair, thank you so much, Honorable Kirima, for the question. May I also request that when you ask me a question, I'm allowed to answer. I would have answered all those by now.
Sometimes in MD, sometimes you take.
I've
because we are
taken
many.
notes and I want to answer
Order,
all those
members.
Because we are many.
When MD, you don't create your own rules here.
Yes, there are rules in this house.
When a member asks a question or questions, please note them down. It is not in your space to decide how many you want to answer at a time or how many you don't want to answer.
Chair, is a misunderstanding. I've noted all the questions. What I'm trying to raise
Don't
is
worry, continue noting.
I need to answer questions when I'm allowed to answer.
You will allow you to answer them.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you, sir.
Yes, Honorable PC?
Chair, I wanted to ask the VC whether at any given time your internal auditors were able when there was a problem and whether it was brought to your attention.
Yes, Mwalimu, teacher.
Thank you, Chair. I also want to know from the CEO the total amount of money which was misallocated. And also,
The word is not misallocated.
Mr.
They fraudulently diverted the money.
Okay.
Yeah. Knowingly and fraudulently. Please.
And I also want to know, being the CEO is supposed to be receiving reports at at certain times. So what kind of reports were they discussing apart from this? And I also want to know the action. I want to know the action the CEO took on the staff concerned.
Yes, Honorable, okay.
And Chair, to get even deeper into it, it will be interesting to pick that account and look at the activities. Like the deposits, how frequent were they being withdrawn? You just look at the account activities, because it will say a lot. And that you expect that sitting on the Moi University side, in the account, you're able to detect why is it now money all of a sudden has been diverted to this account of welfare, and how comes again the withdrawals are very high. So we'll also request through you, Chair, that that information is availed for analysis.
And lastly, Bwana MD, assuming I have a personal account with you, and this kind of thing happens, I take you to court as a bank, okay? Generally, because you've dealt with such issues, and you've admitted liability, and that is why you went ahead and paid back the money. Am I not supposed to be, the court will direct that the bank pays me? Yes, am I not supposed to be compensated? Now, on the part of the Moi University, why didn't you pursue this matter? Or you sat and had a domestic arrangement between yourselves so that you end the matter there, that National Bank just returned the money silently, and that's what they did, and Bwana VC, proudly, that's what you told us. No, there's no money lost, they just returned the money. No. So let's start with the VC. I'm sure you have a couple of questions.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Indeed, we do our reconciliations every month. And this took place between 30th May 2018 to September. So what struck us as a university was with these outstanding checks. So we queried, why are they outstanding for that long? So that's what now when we dug in and we realized, we went to the bank and we realized they were not actually anywhere in the account of the university. So subsequently, Honorable Chair, we reported to the anti-fraud units, and I think we were frustrated a little bit because we were trying to get communication from the MD, and there was a lot of, not the current MD, and there was a lot of sort of
cover-up.
I would want to say almost something like that. So they agreed to come after we wrote to them on the 28th on the 15th, not the 28th, and then 11th of 2018, and then again 2019 subsequently. So they came. They preferred to come all the way to the university, and we had a discussion. But we said to ourselves, let's report this thing, which we reported on the 15th of January, because we were not getting any good direction. And we listed all the checks and indicated that our staff who were involved. There were quite a number of them were Ankinoti, Benin and Jerry, Chris Mwende, and Edward Natekwa. So when we had the discussion with the MD, then we told them it's their responsibility to take care of our money, because they were saying we share, not the loss. But we stood and said,
sorry?
They were indicating we share the loss.
They said it was whose responsibility?
They said because
it was the institution's responsibility to take care of the money in the bank.
No, the involvement of our people and their people. But we said as a university, no, they are supposed to be our client. I mean, we are their client, and our money is supposed to be safe. So we gave a notice on the 5th of February 2020 and demanded the money back. And that's when they took a step and reversed the money to our account.
Why didn't you proceed to court to sue?
Well,
Because you know, Banavisi, this is not your private institution. You're just a trustee of the public, right? Of public interest. Now, why didn't you sue National Bank? Why have you not taken them to court? Yeah, for damages.
maybe that's something we didn't think of, Honorable Chair, honestly. Yeah.
No, let's allow the
Okay, thank you.
MD, because he has so many questions until he was complaining.
Yeah, thank you, Chair. Thank you, honorable members. Some of the questions have been answered by the VC, how the detection was made. They discovered they had so many outstanding checks that were not cleared. And when they checked with us and our internal investigation revealed those checks written to Moi University were cleared in the welfare account. And withdrawals were also made in various tranches, not identical in the number of checks and the amounts. The withdrawals were less than the deposits, but they were significantly more than the deposits. The total checks value 65 of them, value 7,727,190, but withdrawals were 8.4 million in that welfare account, meaning that the people who withdrew that money took even part of the welfare account. And after the discovery of this and the involvement of Banking Fraud Investigation Department, there was someone who was arrested, Were David Michael Mukoi, as a mastermind of this fraud or deviation of checks to other accounts and subsequent withdrawal. This was charged in court in October 2018, 5th of October 2018, and our witnesses, this person was released on bail of 2 million. Subsequently, he later jumped bail, and I think a warrant of arrest was issued. So that was the person who was charged in court. You did ask also the total which I've mentioned again.
So what is the status of the case?
The case is still outstanding. The case is still not resolved. On the demand of the university on making the reimbursement, the
When
bank,
did you, no, let's deal with the case. When did you last, MD, when did you lastly found the status of the case? Because when you say that he jumped in bail of 2 million,
yes,
you know, there must have been the one who issued security.
Who was Michael Mukoi? Was he part of your bank or part of the university? Or if not, who did he mention?
No, honorable members. I think the managing director of National Bank is not telling us the truth.
That's what I'm saying. When it comes to the case,
Because the managing director has told us in his submission that the criminal matter above was withdrawn under section 87A of CPC by the prosecution after the accused person abandoned court and a warrant arrest was issued. Please explain to us what that means.
Chair, I need to restate that one, that there was a case instituted against Were David Michael Mukoi on 5th of October 2018. He was released on bail of 2 million. Subsequently, he jumped bail and the case was withdrawn on 1st of April 2021.
But Bwana MD, you just told us now.
I've referred to a record that I've just been.
But you've just told us the case is in court.
I withdraw that, Chair. The case was withdrawn.
But Chair,
But do you know the consequence of not being truthful to this committee?
Chair, there has been a warrant of arrest released.
Mr. Managing Director, do you know the consequence of telling us untruth?
Chair, allow me to speak.
but that, more than that, Chair, there can't be a warrant of arrest where there is, where a case has been withdrawn under 87A. It means that charges has been terminated, but the party can be charged their own later. There can't be a warrant of arrest.
Thank you for the guidance. At this point, can I ask my legal director to make that legal comment?
to give us. He is the one who has misdirected to that extent.
When a managing director, why would you tell us untruth?
Chair,
No, why would you sit there saying you want to answer so many questions, telling us untruth?
Chair, I feel that you are not being fair on me.
Because you are telling us lies.
I want to help the process and I don't want to take harassment.
No, nobody is harassing you.
Order, honorable
Chair,
members.
I want to be on record.
Order, honorable members. Mr. Managing Director, we were taking every word you are saying until we realize that you are lying. We have been taking your word until you are lying to us. Is that harassment? Do you know that you are supposed to talk to us on oath?
Chair, I understand if you choose that I take an oath on this, I will.
Why are you telling us untruth? Why are you being untruthful? So, was the case withdrawn or the case is going on?
Chair, the case was withdrawn on 1st of April 2021.
And then if it was withdrawn, it means that then there is no warrant which can be pending. Section 87A, CPC, there can't be.
Through the chair, Honorable, can I allow my legal counsel to make comment on that particular point?
Bana MD, you must withdraw and apologize to this committee. We take offense.
Hostile, because he's an hostile participant.
Chair, humbly request you to state the point you want me to withdraw and apologize.
The lies you put to this committee.
I don't want to be general, Chair. I want to be specific.
The case is pending before the court. That the warrant have been issued. All those things which you know that they are not facts.
Chair, I withdraw the statement that the case is active and there's a warrant of arrest. I replace that, Chair, with the statement that the case was withdrawn on 1st April 2021.
Mr. George Odhiambo, you must, you shall, and you will fit into the rules of this committee. Okay?
Well noted, Chair. Thank you.
Proceed with your answers. You had requested your legal person. I don't know if you want to give him your notes.
Chair, it was on the question that I've just withdrawn and apologized. If you allow, we can continue, Chair.
He wants to say something.
Through the chair, I want to clarify what the MD has said. My name is Willie Tanui. I'm the head of security and investigations. We are the ones who handle the matter.
Are you the legal person?
No, I'm not the legal person.
So you have no capacity. We want the legal person.
Order, honorable members, order, allow him to say what he wants to say.
What I want to say is that when this matter came, we actually are the ones who assisted the university to arrest the culprit. And when the culprit was arrested, he was charged before court, and the matter proceeded until it was withdrawn under 87A of the CPC, and a warrant of arrest issued. The reason why it was withdrawn under 87A is because the person had jumped bail and a warrant of arrest was issued. Every other time the matter was mentioned in court, the police used to say that we are still looking for the accused person. Until the prosecution was compelled to withdraw under 87A so that they can go and look for the culprit who was under a warrant of arrest and he be charged afresh. That is what I want to confirm.
So the police, the prosecution have never produced this person?
Yes, Your Honor, he's still at large.
Just to correct an impression that it was the responsibility of the university to take care of the money. It's not true. It's not true. it's the responsibility of the bank to take care of the deposits of its customers. Especially when your employees are colluding.
Through the chair, can I respond?
Yeah.
Now, in fact, this matter, when it was first reported to us, the university officials, it is the welfare university officials who are complaining of withdrawals in the welfare account. It is us, after investigating, that we noted where is the source of this money. And hence the reason why we went back to the university and we detected that there were actual deposits that were deposited, the deposits, check deposits meant for the university that were being deposited in the welfare account. It is us who triggered the discovery of the fraud on the university side. And even following that, we went ahead and assisted the university to arrest the culprit.
I think we want to correct something here. That your employees of the bank were taking checks and depositing in wrong accounts. It is the problem of the bank. Okay? You know, you must accept that responsibility, and I think that is why you paid back the money. You see, don't pull the ball to the university. The only mistake the university did is to have an account with National Bank of Kenya. Yeah, because you have a relationship manager. You have your officers, okay? They bring checks, instead of putting the checks in the right accounts, they put in the wrong accounts. That is the genesis of this problem. So, Bwana Security Officer, you cannot put the blame on the bank as if you are trying to assist the bank. You are trying to correct your mess. And that is why you owned up and paid the money. I just want us to be on that same page first.
Okay. Thank you, Chair. What I wanted also to make it clear, if you look at the face of the check, it has to be very clear. It is indicated Moi University. These checks are university fees paid by students. After it reaches the Moi University, the person who is the custodian of the check will now bring the check for banking. On the check, behind the check, they have indicated a number, an account number to bank the check. The check on the face of it, where it is indicated payee, it is only Moi University, no any other detail. The person receiving will look at the number indicated behind the check, and I'm not saying there is no contributory negligence.
No, Bwana Security Officer.
Yes, Your Honor.
A check to welfare account should read Moi University welfare account. True or false? True or false?
True.
Why would you bank a check in the name of a different name into Moi University welfare account? Whose problem is that? Is that the institution to know, honestly? Is it the VC or the finance man sitting at the university to know that someone is supposed to bank a check in the right account? No.
That was Chair, Security Officer.
Yes.
2 bank accounts, right?
Yes.
Welfare, tuition. If you receive a check talking about tuition and you put the account of welfare, as a bank, what is the first thing you do? That is a red tape, isn't it? So did you get that red tape? You waited for the university to alert you?
Not really. Through the chair, I want to say this. On those checks, I think maybe because you don't have the benefit of seeing the checks. If you look at that check, it is only indicated Moi University. There's nowhere indicated welfare or tuition. But there's an account number behind where now you need to bank the check to. Number 2, these checks have been brought by the accountant from the Moi University.
Who had put the number on where to bank?
Yes.
Which was welfare?
Yes.
Now, second question, David Were Michael Mukui when you did your investigation as an anti-banking fraud expert, how did he come into that? Is he part of Moi University? Was he linked to someone in the bank? Or who is he?
Michael Wero was an official of Moi University in the accounts department.
Sir, this is a point you are missing. Mr. Krima has a company. I want to break it down for you to understand. Mr. Krima has introduced someone to you to be managing that account by way of bringing checks and banking. And this guy comes with a check not complete, not bearing the account name properly. Would you just bank in the account he wants because he works for Krima?
Not really.
Exactly, that's what we're saying. It matters not whether these checks were brought by Moi University or not. Staff or even the Vice Chancellor himself. The law contemplates that anybody could be dealing irregularly. Okay? And that is why you are just supposed to do due diligence, that which is right. Okay? Yeah. Honorable members?
Chair, before that.
Let me just
Chair.
mention.
Yes, Honorable Zambia?
Yes, thank you, Chair. I think I've listened to this matter, and it is very clear this was just a fraud between the staff of the university and the staff of the bank. Nothing else. So we need to deal with those the culprits immediately possible, because honestly, if the way we put it, your name, my name are different. We cannot share the same account number.
No.
So it's just a fraudster between the two staffs of the two institutions.
Chair,
Yes,
I wondered, I just, something disturbing me since the security man came in, is the fact that he says he was assisting the university. I think that impression
correct.
is totally wrong. And actually what you are doing the work of the bank, because the bank got the money to the wrong account, and your staff are liable, morally even.
Something else which has come from the security officer is that at a particular material time, at a particular material time, the people in charge of the welfare, Moi Welfare, Moi University Welfare Group, must have gone to the bank to complain about over withdrawing of their funds from the account. When they were going to withdraw whatever they were going to withdraw, they found that the amount which they had deposited in the bank was not there. And now they complained. By the time they were complaining, the university was not aware that there was some diversions of the checks to the welfare account, according to the security officer when I listened to when he was talking. And now the university, the bank, the security officer and his team went ahead to investigate why this welfare account has no money, because the owners were demanding their money. And they found that, yeah, the money was withdrawn, and then these welfare people were saying that our money was 2 million or 1 million. But those people, the security people, went ahead to find that other than 2 million, it was about 9 million. So now they went to inquire from the university, and now that's when the university came to realize that, hey, there were deposits from different accounts. Now, those lapses, they affect both sides. But the custodian of the money is culpable, is liable, because it is his duty to protect the money of the university. At the same time, the university itself, the accounting officer, is also liable because he was not able to know that his money is safe to a certain extent and up to what level. So that's what.
Thank you, honorable members. So there are supposed to be two cases here: person charged from the bank side and the university side. Tell us about the bank side.
Thank you, Chair, and also thank you, Honorable Grima. What you've put in as a summary is exactly what happened. On the question of the charges, who was charged in the bank, we did have some 2 staff members investigated, taken through disciplinary hearing, and I would need to refer if they are still with the bank or not, Chair. But on the side of Moi University, there's only one person that was charged.
No, I'm talking about a person on the bank side.
The person on the bank side.
You don't know.
No one was charged in court.
Why?
The investigation.
And the bank lost money because you paid back the money.
Yes, on the question of the bank lost money is true, and the bank did make a judgment to pay back the money to Moi University on account of the long-term relationship and the business opportunities for then and in future.
That is accepting liability.
Not.
Yeah, why would you pay?
Chair,
and why would you follow the person with criminality on the university side and not the bank side? Honorable members, money was lost. No, honorable, just a minute, Honorable Krima. Money was lost. Because money that was stolen, frauded and returned was 7 point. But the money that they had taken from the account, the money of the check was the balance of?
Chair, the total sum of cash through checks diverted to welfare account was 7,727,190. That is the exact amount of money that the bank paid back to Moi University.
Okay, but the amount that was overdrawn, that was drawn from Moi, from the account was how much?
The welfare account is where the withdrawals were more than that. That was 8,343,000 from the university welfare
account. About 1.3, honorable members, about 1.3 million was lost. Yes. University money.
Chair, if you allow, Chair, we are talking of 7.7 and 8.3 is less than 1 million, Chair. Thank you.
Okay.
Clarification, Chair. Chair.
Before they clarified, what
very briefly, Honorable Kirima, we want to make a
National Bank is a public institution.
Yes.
It's not a private institution. It's our money. It's a public taxpayers' money. That one should be to the public.
Just inform the MD.
And what I'm saying is that it's our money, taxpayers' money. And then out of that, these people who are in charge, because now the public lost money, the one which was paid to the university through the bank. Somebody must be accountable for the same. Charged those people who were just, I don't know the disciplinary action which the MD took and these people, but somebody must be.
Honorable Krima, that is where we are headed.
Yes.
Honorable
if
members.
you allow me to explain the ownership of National Bank of Kenya, Chair, if you allow.
We know.
National Bank of Kenya is.
We know, Mr. MD, you don't have to force it on us. That's public knowledge.
Honorable